This is such a strange situation. I guess we'll start it off with just telling people what I said and how the telephone warped that into someone taking it completely out of context and using it as an own to call me a grifter. This post was used to call me a grifter. I said on X, quote tweeting Jeff Keighley, people gonna have a field day with this one. Jeff Keighley, Brie Larson will play Princess Rosalina in the Super Mario Galaxy movie. I mean, what how could you read this and take something like bad to the point of I'm grifting off of it? I was literally just acknowledging that this was announced and sharing it, knowing how the community is. I didn't even give an opinion. I just knew how the community would be with it and saying, oh, people got to have fun with this. That's crazy what just got announced. That's literally all I said. All right. Please tell me how this is grifting, because I'm at a loss here. So this stream took place earlier today, and shout out to Gamer Empress, friend of the channel, awesome content creator. Check her out. And she had a panel on board, including 8-Bit Eric, the Dignified Cartoon Gentleman, Kit Cabello, who I'm not familiar with, and this Legion guy at the bottom that I'm not familiar with. And they were talking about topics, just going over the news of the day and stuff like that. And this topic came up with Brie Larson. And I was like, oh, yeah, I'm familiar with this. This should be interesting to see what they say about it. And at the 48-minute mark, let's check what they say here. Let's just listen to this Legion guy. And again, this is not to call out a smaller channel. This is to let people know the shit that I deal with and other larger creators dealing with on a daily basis, where people are just saying stuff about you that you said, that you never said. And you have to go around putting fires out to correct the record. And sometimes it gets to be so much of a mess that you can't put out every fire. And then that's how you get some sort of bad sense in the community where people don't like you, because there's just an overwhelming amount of people that just hearsay and they're like, oh, that's who he is. Oh, F that guy. It's like, well, what did I even say? I didn't, like, no one even cares about the facts anymore. So I think it's important to showcase this again, not just for me, but as you grow as a channel, you deal with this more and more. And my heart goes out to the really big channels out there, because I can only imagine. No wonder so many people hate the really big channels. This is exactly why.
Brie Larson stopped being insufferable before Fast 10. She was very appreciative. She she showed off the assets that God gave her in the hearing, and she had a cross on. Now, I'm not saying that means that she's changed her mind, but she actually praised John Cena for working with him. She was like, it was a lot of fun. I'm a big fan of him, stuff like that. She has continually been baited by the loser media, and she won't take the bait. She's like, I'm not doing it. I think she learned her lesson. And
by the way, I agree with. I have not heard a peep out of Brie Larson for the past what feels like decade, maybe less than that. But I mean, it's almost like she learned her lesson of not being stupid publicly. And sometimes people change, as we've seen with my own takes over the course of 5 to 8 years. You grow as a person and realize that the younger version of you is like, oh, that's cringe. So I like to give people the benefit of the doubt. If they don't say something stupid for a while, maybe they've changed and realized the error of their ways previously. That's my thoughts on this current situation, by the way. That's always been my take on this.
And that's great. I saw the clip. I think she sounds fine in the role. And there are other people who are considered grifters in our space that have actually kind of been like, all right, I'm good with it. I don't have a problem with that. And there are also people who are considered grifters in our space that hate everything, and they're already complaining about it. And I'm like, you haven't seen the movie, dude. Like, you haven't seen her make a bad political take, smash JT looking at you, quite frankly, because yeah, you did. You're one of the first ones to complain about it.
Again, I showed you guys the only thing I said about it. And this is what this individual decided to run with. So clearly they have an axe to grind with me for whatever reason, but making shit up about someone is the worst thing you can do, because all it does is reflect back on you to be a jackass. Like, hopefully learns from this in the future to not do this kind of thing and apologizes for it, to be like, oh, I mistook you for someone else or something like that. But no, he never apologized and never said that. He just started to deflect and start to excuse why he said that about me.
There's no clip of her being a dick. There's no clip of her attacking fans. There's no clip of her anything. So just hold off and pump the fucking brakes. Everybody needs to calm the fuck down. And this is where people get grumpy at me, because you know what? You might like a certain person and the majority of their takes, that's fine. I don't know.
He's still ripping into me right now, by the way. That's he's trying to turn the tide. This is what he's doing. He's trying to muddy the waters and be like, because Smash had a bad take on Brie Larson, you got to understand that's who this person is. That's what he's saying right now. I'm like, but what? I didn't even say that. What are you talking about?
I don't agree with everybody, that I interact with, and I'm not supposed to. We're human beings. Yeah. So she's fine. Grace, you're agree, fucking off the.
I agree. Brie Larson, as far as I understand, right now she's fine. I don't have you. Call, please clip me. Someone show me where I said something about her negatively recently, like in the past 5 years. Please, somebody, because I know I haven't. I haven't kept up with her, so I know I didn't say anything about her.
Mark, and yeah, she was spurging out in the comments. And somebody was like, well, don't watch the movie. She's like, don't worry, I won't. And
shout out to 8-Bit Eric, because you can almost like look at his face. You can see he's like visibly uncomfortable because he knows what I wrote. And he defends me because he's like, wait, what did even Smash say? Like, what are you talking about?
Right. Yeah.
No, absolutely.
He's calling everybody a hate channel. If you criticize,
maybe he was thinking about you, Jay Viper. Maybe you're the hate channel.
Her, you're a hate channel, although you're just trying to prove a point.
As someone who hates people, right? As someone who hates change, and I only changed because of necessity, like the Chinese communists. I still believe what I believe, but I had to change because of circumstances. I know for a fact people have changed. I mean, the network has a living, breathing example of change over the past few weeks. And I will make it clear right here, right now. People have the capacity to change. Usually it's for the worse, but sometimes it is for the better. And I personally think that this Mario movie is going to do very well. And I'm amazed they haven't made one sooner, thinking about it. And it will keep going until it fails, just like the Sonic movie franchise, just like the games as well. It will keep going until one of them just shits the bed and kills the franchise.
If there's anything to take away from this, like, look, there's a lot of actors and directors that I'm not big fans of, but judge them by the work.
Okay, so that was that segment, because I got all the timestamps here. I put this in because I wanted to cover this tonight. At 48 minutes, I literally never said anything negative whatsoever about Brie being in the Mario Brothers movie. She was insufferable years ago, but has been quiet over the recent past, and people can change. WTF is that guy on about? And then 115, he responds and doubles down. Let's see.
Hi all. Don't say that as one word, folks. It means something else. Catching up now. Not sure what, in fact, since he's being mentioned, he should at least be on screen. There we go. Hi, all. Catching up now. Not sure what Legion is talking about, calling me let me just get up here so I can see it. A grifter on Brie. I haven't commented on her in regards to the Mario movie. Well, there's the question, Legion. Hopefully we'll have an answer from you. Oh, wait, my father is suddenly calling me.
Oh my God. I just want to say thank you so much, Smash, for the support. You're getting the Wonder Woman salute as usual, although my arms are almost disappearing from the green screen effect. But Wonder Woman salute, Smash. No, it's not Wakanda Forever. Stop it. It's Wonder Woman salute.
Here, look at this Legion Talk Ryan guy. He's visibly uncomfortable because I called him out. I'm like, bro, you literally just tried to drag me And then I showed up and called you out, and he's like, "Oh shit."
I mean, I don't really want to do this and pull Twitter stuff up. Everybody has
straight up misdirection. I don't want to have to do this like he has the facts and I don't. I don't want to have to prove you wrong. I'm like, bro, pull up the tweet. What are you talking about? You don't want to have to do it. Please do.
Their opinion, and quite frankly, it's not worth it.
I'm not worth it. I'm not worth it. So you talk shit about me, you drag me, and then I'm not worth it when I call you out on it. Who the fuck are you, bro?
Not worth it to do this disagreement crap. I just think that maybe don't judge a movie before you've seen it.
I didn't. That literally is my point. When I called you out, I said I didn't do that.
Quite frankly. And, you know, look, I'm not a big Brie Larson defender. I don't like her. I think she sucks, but she hasn't said anything stupid. So that's why I'm not going to jump on her. You know, if she said something stupid, I'll be one of the first ones to jump on her. That's,
since
but,
he's
no,
not on here, I was going to say,
sorry. He didn't, Alucard. He did not apologize for what he said about me after I left. No, because after I said I was leaving, I still had it on listening to it. I just wasn't able to interact with the chat. He apologized to the chat for the disagreement, but he didn't apologize to me for dragging me, making up lies about me. He's just like, "Oh, I'm sorry, chat, for that happening." I'm like, no, bro, no, it's between me and you. Don't apologize to the chat. What? The chat doesn't give a shit.
To interrupt, but I apologize. I muted from my microphone instead of from my on StreamYard.
I was gonna say, in regards to this, I didn't see him dismissing the movie. I just saw him say people are gonna have a field day with Brie Larson being cast.
Yeah,
but he didn't say Brie Larson sucks. I'm not watching this fucking movie.
No, he did.
That.
Okay, so you are admitting, and shout out to 8-Bit Eric for clarifying perfectly what I was trying to get across. And this Legion dude's like, yeah, exactly. I'm like, well, so you're agreeing. But before you just said that I was being super negative and I was a grifter off of it. These are your words you literally just said about me.
So I don't see how the argument that he was dismissing the movie was even a thing, or that he was a grifter or anything like that. He didn't jump on anything to dismiss this movie.
He said people are going to have a field day. That has a negative connotation. I mean,
okay. And I'm a grifter from that. How? What?
Emphasis is everything. So
yeah, but I mean, he's not wrong.
I mean, he's not wrong. No, he's not. And also,
and you can have a field day on both sides.
His anti-Brie Larson content is always fire. So I mean, if we really want to do this, we can do it. But I don't want to do that.
I said bullshit, bro. I didn't say anything. Pull up the tweet.
So let's not.
Well, I'll make it quite clear right here, right now. The replay viewers are going to have a fucking field day with this. So check out the Dignified Cartoon Gentleman. Guys, you know, speaking of grifting, someone's got a grift here. Check out the Dignified Cartoon Gentleman, where that
was a segment where, and shout out to 8-Bit Eric for calling his ass out, being like, but he didn't do that. And this Legion guy's like, yeah, no, I know he didn't do it. Oh, okay, but it's still a grifter because it's a negative connotation to it. So this guy wants toxic positivity. Is that what I'm hearing? I'm very confused. He responds and doubles down, then moves the goalposts at 118.
Put one of my own to make it possible. But I think price point, as I said before,
maybe he should be a little more scrutinous as a lawyer.
Oh damn!
So now all of a sudden he starts talking about Ron Coleman and my lawyer. I'm over here like, what? We're talking about, you called me a grifter about Brie Larson. The fuck does my lawyer and Ron Coleman and my lawsuit have to do with this? Bro, what?
Yeah, I went there. Dude, look, dude's starting problems.
That's a fucking foul, dude. He's not even on the stream and you're saying stuff like that.
Shout out to 8-Bit Eric. God, keeping it real.
Well, it's not the first time the comment.
No, but is he an RTU dent? Because Review Tech USA showed up in the chat. And I'm like, I don't know who this Legion Talk guy is, but after he was talking shit about me, and then Review Tech USA showed up in the chat, I was like, is this guy just like an RTU dent that's on this panel right now, trying to use it as a platform to bury me? Is that what this is?
That had nothing to even do with the convo. The convo's about the Mario movie and Brie Larson, and you do a low blow like that.
And he makes a comment, bro. You're embarrassing yourself.
No,
like I don't
Yeah,
want.
he is embarrassed. I said you're embarrassing yourself. Like, what the fuck are you doing right now? You're saying I said things I didn't say, and because you said those things I didn't say, then you build on top of that and call me a grifter. And then when I call you out for it, you start saying that you have an issue with my lawyer. I'm like, bro, you're embarrassing yourself. Stop right now. What the fuck are you doing?
It's fine.
Dude. That's
isn't
cowardice.
it?
It is. That's cowardice.
Somebody
man.
can send him the link if they want.
What link?
That's you. You were the one backing out. That dude. You brought the lawyer. That had nothing to do with the Mario discussion.
I'm just saying what he said was down.
That people are gonna have a field day. That's not dismissing it.
Mhm.
It is dismissing it.
No, it's not. Because he could. That was a neutral subject. I could be like, "Oh shit!"
It was like, what? How more neutral could you be to say people are going to have a field day with this? It's going to garner attention, and people are going to talk about it. That's fucking neutral as anything, without saying anything positive or negative. It's just like, yeah, people are going to talk about this. What the fuck?
Goldberg's coming to town. People are gonna have a field day with that. I didn't say anything bad.
But it has a negative connotation.
Who cares if it's negative?
Right. That's the other thing.
I'm just saying it's a negative
That's
connotation.
not
Who
grifting.
cares? How is that grifting?
No, you use the term grifting. That you could be negative or positive in anything. I could be like, "Oh, the McRib is back." That
Oh no,
that
what
shit
I
sucks.
didn't. I don't think I don't remember
No, it was
saying
it
that
was
he's a
Pitt. You used the
you
specific
did say he was a
term of-
grifter. You said I'm
But
not.
see, he's trying to backpedal and be like, "Oh, I didn't say he was a grifter." Like, bro, you said it like 6 times, and you called my name out specifically. You legitimately named me, said I said things I did not say, and then continually hammered me saying I'm a grifter for it. That is you. And now when you get called out, you're like, "Oh, I never said that." Dude, check the fucking tape, rewind it, bro.
Specifically you, Smash. I'm calling you out.
Mhm.
And it's like you called him out. He wasn't even in the chat or on the stream. Like, what was the point of that?
Yeah,
because there are people who are already having a
there are people. You call 8-Bit Eric was perfect here. You called me out specifically. 8-Bit Eric says, "What was the point in doing that?" And this Legion Talk responds with, "There are people." Like, what the fuck? That's not me. What the fuck, man? Why do they do this?
negative connotation.
They're
About the
going to have it
movie.
anyway, whether Smash says something or not, because Brie Larson's
You're very right, and there's also people who've been called quote grifters by other people on the other
Yeah, me by you, bro. Earlier in the stream that we just showed.
side that don't like any of us, saying that the grifters are going to basically slam on this movie, and I don't.
And
think
they're
that
allowed to.
Yeah.
They're allowed to.
Why? This is we talked about this the other day with the heretic prophet. When people like this Legion talk to, they're doing the same thing where it's like they're trying to get ahead of it to be like, "Oh, you're grifting off of this." It's a way to stop the conversation. It's a way to get people to fall in line and to not question anything. They want to control the narrative, and they use these words to try to shut you up. 153. He apologizes to the chat, but not to me, and then goes back to my lawyer. Dude, I'm at a loss. Get your facts straight. So here we go. Let's listen to this.
Says the following. Gotta run. Thanks and sorry for disrupt. No, it's perfectly fine. Disrupt away, especially if you're paying. Just not a fan of losers making shit up about me. Have a good stream. I tell you this, Smash, right? So long as you give us donations, you can shit on anyone on this panel. Okay? Rightfully or wrongfully. Just
Hey,
hey,
me and
look.
Smash used to shit on each other about fucking 8 years ago.
Oh yeah, me and Eric used to like hate each other. Like we were really at each other's throats. We were very passionate people. And we realized that we really weren't so different after all when we actually got to talking. That's why I love this shit. It's like you can clash with people and then come together and be like, actually, yeah, we're cool. We're cool. 8-Bit Eric's base as hell. I love this guy.
We're in the
thing-
retro community. We
that-
went on a podcast and everything and had a debate. It was fucking wild.
What is
Good
it
times.
with Smash? What is it
Huh?
with Smash doing these goddamn debates, man? JDA, 8-Bit Eric. I was half expecting him to come here to go toe-to-toe with Legion. I'm thinking to myself, damn, Smash, you're coming out swinging. I love to see it. I love to
And
see
also,
it.
Rich was here for a brief
Yeah, I saw
time.
that. I was
Yeah,
wondering if that
Review
was a real
USA
review.
was there too. And Hypnotic said check DMs and sent me information that I did. See, I didn't even know this. This is crazy. This guy says attacking Brie Larson is bad. But apparently this is his channel, by the way. Didn't even know this. Apparently attacking Rachel Zegler nonstop is okay. What the fuck? Bro. Are we serious right now? This guy calling me a grifter for something I didn't even say. It's always projection. Every single time. Holy shit. They hate us because they ain't us. I know it sounds cheesy to say, but it really is exactly what's happening here. This is crazy. This is crazy. The same guy that was dragging me for saying, oh man, people are going to have a field day with this. It's the same dude that had a field day with this. What the fuck? What are we doing here? What even is this? And let's end it on this because I thought this was interesting. This is from Stealth saying Brie Larson's statement about playing Rosalina in the Super Mario Galaxy movie at Super Nintendo World. So let's, instead of hearsay, let's actually go to the source and listen to them. I think that's probably where we should start if you want the actual story. I think that would probably be a good place to go.
Hello, everyone. So I just want to hold this day in our hearts. Today is May 21st. I'm going in here away from everybody so that no one hears me. But I wanted you to hear from me first that I'm hiding inside a warp pipe right now. I'm going to be in the next Super Mario movie. It's called Super Mario Galaxy, and I play Rosalina. It is an absolute dream come true. I'm sitting here wearing my correct colors, and I didn't have time to color my hair. Sorry, I couldn't go full cosplay this time, but it's a dream come true. I'm so excited for you to see the movie, and I'm just holding it in my heart right now, and I can't wait to share it with you later this year when you'll find out, but right now I know nobody else does. Yay!
Okay, nothing wrong with that. She's not pushing any transgender ideologies. She's not saying anything about sex or gender. No, she's just like, hey, I'm excited. I get to share with you. I'm Rosalina at Super Mario Land or World or whatever. Cool. Whatever, man. Like, what are we doing here? How hard do people have to dig for a story to be mad at stuff? Because I can tell you guys, there's stuff right out in the open you get mad about. You don't need to dig for shit. There's plenty of other stuff to actually be mad about right now. But yeah, I really wanted to highlight that story and just focus on how it's more projection from people that are jealous, wish that they could get the attention that other people do, and then make shit up about them to try to bring them down. And I think Hypnotic said it best a long time ago, where he's like, what do you think is going to happen? That you talk enough shit about someone else that the people that follow them are going to be like, oh, you're right. Let me unsubscribe from them and then start to subscribe from you. That doesn't happen. I don't know how to tell these people that, but being mad at another content creator is not a way to really like grow your channel. Like, you might get a few people that are like, okay, cool. People that like the content creator aren't going to listen to someone they don't like and have their mind changed. Typically, especially if you're making shit up. Okay, that's the big caveat to all of this. It's embarrassing. It was embarrassing when that happened. I was just like, bro. Again, I don't mean to like be, what do you call it, punching down to a much smaller channel. But I wanted to put a magnifying glass on it because I wanted to make an example out of what happens, what feels like multiple times a day. It might not be, but it feels like multiple times a day, where there are just people dragging you and making shit up about you. And it's just like, Where? When did I say what you're saying and how? It's never clips. And if it is clips, it's completely out of context because they're so envious and they're so jealous and they're so mad that you have an audience and they don't. And at the end of the day, that's all it comes down to. I'm just a dude and they hate me for that. I'm just a normal dude, a normal man, as side scrollers would say. And they're like, why can't they follow me and pay attention to me? I'm a dude too. No, dude, you're not. You're something else. I don't know what the fuck you are, but it ain't that. Anyways, I'll leave that there.